Hello, everyone. I want to welcome you to Bible Talk with Alicia. I am so excited because we're going over Genesis chapter 11, one of my favorite chapters. Now, in this chapter, it gives you a snapshot out of chapter 10 to tell you how the people were scattered. Okay. And verse 2, it lets you know that, well, I think it's actually 1 and 2. It lets you know that there was one speech in the land of Sarai. Okay. Now, in verse 3 and 4, it tells you that the people was really just thinking about themselves. Now, let me read a little bit of verse 3. It says, and they said one to another, go to, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly. Now, they said nothing about God. Nothing about God. And then in verse 4, they said, let us build a city and a tower to reach heaven. And then they proceeded to say, let us make a name for ourselves. Now, how you gonna build something? They built a city and a tower. They said, let us. They ain't say nothing about God. They ain't say, no, oh, well, let build an altar for God. They said nothing. You see, now, this is what get people in trouble nowadays. That we build something or we do certain things and God don't even get the glory out of it because we are just thinking about ourselves. Now, let me go further into this. Now, after they pretty much talking about themselves, let us build and let us make, the Lord came down to see the city and the tower. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. Now, nothing will be restraint from them which they have imagined to do. Then he proceeded to say, well, let me stop right there. Let's talk about this word, restraint. Restraint means to hold back from action or keep in check or under control. Okay. God knew that their intentions was not well. It wasn't good. Pretty much they was building this city and tower for themselves. God God always check the intentions of your heart when you do anything. Okay. Now, then, let's see. Then God turned and said, let us go down. Now, this is God talking. When God used the word let us, he's talking about the Godhead, okay? The three, the Trinity. He's talking about the Godhead. He said, let us go down, and they confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. And then it tells you that it's called Babel, which means confusion. Now, what God did here is that he confused their language. Okay? Because he realized, first of all, your intentions building a city and a tower is really for yourself. So now let's go further on. So let me see. He came down. Okay, he called the city Babel. Now, as we go further down in the verses, it gives you the lineage of Shem to Terai. And Terai came from Abram. Abram came from Terai. Now, at the very end, okay, it lets you know that Abram married Sarai, who turned out to be burned. And then his brother, Nahor, got married as well. Now, when it gives you the generation of Shem to Terai, it lets you know that let me see here. Okay, let me back up. Let's talk about Shem here. Let's talk about him. Okay, if you don't know who Shem is, he is the oldest son of Noah. Okay, he was in his 90s. He married and was childless at the time of the flood. Okay, so when the flood happened, okay, he didn't have no kids. However, after the flood, he had five children. His first child, he had him when he was 100. And then he died at 630 years old. But when it comes to now I can go back to Terah, where Abram came from that line. They do let you know that, Abram, because at the time he wasn't called Abraham, he was called Abram. And he married Sarai, and it lets you know that she was burned. So she couldn't have kids. She couldn't have no children. And then at the very end, it lets you know that they dwelled in the land of Canaan. So, if I missed anything or left something out, or you want to make some comments, please leave it in the comment box below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. But I do thank you for supporting Bible Talk with Felicia. Monday, I will be giving you the scripture for the week. And next Friday, we will be going over Genesis chapter 12. So make sure you study Genesis chapter 11. Let me know your thoughts and your comments about this chapter. Okay, let's open up a conversation. Let's just talk about the chapter. All right. And I will talk to you Monday.